Going on to you Capricorns, you have the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, Three of Wands, Four of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for you Capricorns is you Capricorns, a lot of you Capricorns, like I said, you're starting to really understand your own worth. And really understanding your worth, even when times get difficult, can be a very daunting thing. I ain't gonna say daunting, but it could be a very difficult task at times. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because the Knight of Pentacles, right? People will try to make it seem like they value you at first, but at the same time, they will try to shortchange you. They will try to make sure that, that things don't really work out for you in the end, because they'll always try to make it seem like what it is that what they are bringing to the table, even if what it is that they're bringing to the table is small or nothing at all, is so valuable that you'll never be able to really repay it. But the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Wands represents, but a lot of you Capricorns are really not scared about this type of stuff at all. Somebody comes over trying to make trouble with you. You're getting to know them. They're trying to make trouble with you. You'll just leave them. A lot of you Capricorns are really not afraid to be by yourselves anymore. One of the things that you Capricorns needed, that you lacked, was self-love, right? Because a lot of you Capricorns would have this sense of loneliness on the inside when no one is around. But then a lot of you Capricorns started to understand through your own realizations, right? And of course, being here, that it's better for you to be by yourself than to be with someone who's dysfunctional. The whole meaning of it in the first place is to find people that have value, and they provide value to you, and you provide value to them. So when someone is trying to make it seem like you being by yourself would be the worst thing in the world, knowing good and well that you being by yourself would probably be the best thing for your own dating prospect or prospects, because it shows that you would rather be by yourself than be with people who are dysfunctional. It really speaks volumes as to how much it is that a lot of people don't really want you to understand your own value, especially if you're providing value, you bring in value. A lot of people don't really want you to understand the value that you bring. So the Three of Wands, a lot of you Capricorns understand you're getting an idea of said value, and you're choosing to find out what more of what you want. Like I said before, it could represent travel, finding hobbies, doing the things that you want to do. And the Four of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, a lot of people, especially in the future, they're really not going to like it. But the people who are not going to like it or respect it, really, to put it more bluntly, are really the people who are going to be dysfunctional individuals in the first place. They're not going to like it. And the reason why they're not going to like it is due to the fact that you Capricorns have had too much value that you've brought to others, and they try to play you and make it seem like you really weren't doing a whole lot, even though they want you to keep coming in with the value, though. Whatever it is however you're making yourself useful and valuable. So of course they're going to be a little bit upset, right? And I'm speaking for the future, because you may have people now trying to get with you and it may not work. You're going to have people in the future that try to come to you, right? You get to know them. You find out certain things about them that you realize would be problematic in the future. It would become more of a problem. So you decide to leave them alone. Guess what happens? They don't like it, right? But the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles represents you Capricorns just need to understand that for the future, this is what it is. You know, don't be frustrated from the past. You know what I mean? Don't be frustrated from for the future. This is what it is. Dysfunctional people are always going to wonder why it is that you're not giving them a second chance or a second glance, you know, a second look. But that's just how it is. But so far, what I'm seeing here is that the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, a lot of people are going to be really, they're going to be really uptight. They're going to be really moody at the fact that a lot of you Capricorns don't care about their opinions, and that a lot of you are learning how to come to grips with the villain in you, you know, the villain in you, that darkness, that element of you where you know that being single, or even if you are dating, right, demanding value, especially if you are bringing in value, is the right thing. A lot of people gonna start to look at you like you're the scapegoat, you're the villain. I.e., ironically, Capricorn is known as the scapegoat because this is where you get the term scapegoat from Capricorns, right? So the sea goat. So it, you know, it's just regular, you know, it's just normal for you, but that's really the way to go, you know. Instead of being the hero that people can crucify, don't be the villain per se, but become the anti-hero. You know, the person who's not necessarily the hero, because they're not, but the person who's not necessarily a villain either, where they got to take this extreme ideological stance on certain things. It's much more a person who's versatile and a person who's very much so really looking out for themselves. And like I said before, a lot of people not going to like the fact that you would rather not. You know, especially the more value you come with, the more approachable you are, the more people like you, the more likable you are. Oh, people not going to like that. They're going to want to date. But then when you tell them, nah, I'm good, no thank you, they're going to take it personally. So to clarify, let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. So to clarify the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Temperance, the Nine of Wands, and then you have the Hangman. The Hangman also is a card of the scapegoat, even though it represents Pisces, throwing problems onto another person. But like I said before, they're going to want to scapegoat you. The Two of Pentacles and the Temperance represents, as a result of this, you're really in a situation where you Capricorns understand that not too many people really provide value like that. You know, it's really just people who really are zoned out of their mind, acting like they provide or they bring so much value when in actuality they really don't. So the Nine of Wands and the Hangman now represents, as a result, you Capricorns got to do what it is that you got to do. And the amount of dysfunction that they're throwing onto you is irrelevant. You're looking out for yourself. A lot of you Capricorns, see, Capricorn wasn't really, see, a lot of the times, Capricorn, y'all become ruthless because you don't really have that ruthlessness at the very beginning of life like that. You develop that along the way. And then when you realize how cold and ruthless the world is, now it's like, okay, you understand that you got to do certain things. So a lot of you Capricorns are really tapping into your crocodile or alligator instincts, right? Your survival instincts, even when it comes to the matters of love. People will use you, scapegoat you for looking out for yourself and wanting to make sure that you don't get used. But a lot of people will be upset at that. But now a lot of you Capricorns don't care. It's their fault.